But I'll tell you what is there.
Speaking of HBO Max.
Speaking of HBO Max,
I would play the song if we had
if we wouldn't get DMCA.
if I wasn't, the stream wouldn't immediately get taken down. But basically, we watched the first 3 episodes of Peacemaker.
Got it right.
Peacemaker.
You got it right.
Yeah,
Got it right.
Yeah, congrats
Got it
on
right.
nailing that. I was wondering.
Thank you.
I was looking at your notes too to make sure you had
well, I
Peacemaker
rewrote
written
it
down.
from Peacemaker
Bold.
to Peacemaker.
All caps.
So, this is gonna be like non-spoiler, because I don't want to ruin this for everyone.
Are we doing the whole thing non-spoiler?
Yeah, the
I'm
whole-
just most of my
Yeah.
like notes are around like vibe,
General
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah. Got it. Okay.
and like stuff that they
General
that you
John
already
Cena
know. From,
vibe.
like, the
That's all that
trailer.
right there.
And like my other thing is just like just right off the bat, this is so fucking good.
It's fun.
It's literally
It's a lot of fun.
I tend to believe this is the best thing DC's put out, TV show wise.
I also think it's the best
Ever.
like side offshoot of almost any
like a spin-off TV show.
yeah anything
Yeah.
like Disney Plus has done and Marvel has done
Yeah.
has relatively been shit.
Yeah.
This was like
Or mediocre at best.
yeah
Yes.
they full on were like they're doing things like that and they're trying to be feel good and everything. We're DC. You're gonna get gore. You're gonna get tits. You're gonna get blood.
But hold on.
And we got all of it.
Wait, hold on. That isn't really
Hell yeah.
fair though, because they wouldn't put a show like this for Batman together. You know what I mean? The only reason this is like this is because this isn't a property
James
that.
Gunn.
They took
Yeah.
And they took liberty with this type of character to
Yeah.
really go as far as they wanted to and push the tits as far as they could.
Yeah,
what did you guys think about like before watching it? What were your expectations?
Low.
low.
Right,
Very
like
low.
mine was in the gutter. I was
Yeah.
like, this is gonna be like just a piece of shit.
In John Cena's gutters.
Oh god, yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking.
I get to check it off my little list. I'm like, I got to experience a cum gutters reference.
We have
It was on the bingo card.
Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
that's a
I can
free-
go- I
that's
can
a
go
free
home now.
space
It's
on
a
the
free
bingo
space on the bingo card.
Congrats on bringing that to my personal vocabulary, and I have to remember other people don't know what I'm talking about.
Now, have you ever said it in front of your wife? What it,
I said gutters one time, and she said, "What?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. You're not gonna explaining the joke is not gonna make it better."
it's a gym
She's
term.
like, okay.
Don't worry about it.
Because I've explained it to my fiance and she hates every time I say it. I try to bring it up at least once a week and she hates it.
She just rolls her eyes at me now about it. I'm like, "It's funny. It's comedy." She's like,
You don't understand.
"Comedy."
Yes.
Yeah. But my expectations were low too. But I knew I didn't know how involved James Gunn was going to be. But I knew he was involved at least like in producing it. So I'm like, I trust James Gunn enough. And then seeing his name, at least on these first 3 episodes, saying
He wrote
written and
every
directed.
episode.
He wrote and
So I'm like-
directed every episode.
He
Yeah,
didn't
and
direct
there's
every.
my faith.
There's some episodes later that he didn't direct,
Okay.
but he
But
wrote
he's
every episode.
showrunner.
Okay.
Yeah. But it shows.
enough
It
for
really, it really shows.
Dude. Oh my god. All right. So, right off the bat, I think this show feels and looks like a normal HBO comedy, but it's James Gunn. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
James Gunn through that lens because it has the same type of budget. It's weird. It has like a Californication vibe. You know what I mean? You guys remember that
Yeah,
show?
I never saw that.
Yeah.
show, no.
Did you guys get that vibe?
Yeah, I
you know
can
what I
see that,
mean?
yeah.
Also like maybe kind of like it has the same like color palette, like cinematography of like Righteous Gemstones or something.
Yes.
It's,
You know what
it's
I mean?
very
Yeah.
like,
Like it's very HBO-y, but also like this is clearly James Gunn's writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the open is very HBO-y.
Oh
the
my
open
God.
is very HBO.
Dude,
It's
all
a
right.
2-minute
Okay.
open. Every HBO series has that super long open, and HBO is never not nailed an open.
Yeah.
They're all so good.
I think this is the best one for
It's
sure.
so good.
Yeah, I love it so much. I
like,
love
yeah,
it.
put
James
every-
Gunn said he wanted to make an intro that you never skip every
Okay,
episode. And
so here's- okay.
3 times I've watched it all the way through.
Here's what I say. All right, so I think like obviously like as far as intro television goes, maybe like Batman the Animated Series is like as good as this. But this accurately and hilariously depicts the entire tone of the show while also introducing the cast.
You know what you're getting into.
Like you know exactly like, oh,
what you're gonna
okay, I
get
know what the
into.
fuck this is gonna be.
And that's what HBO is great at. Every show open they have, you know exactly what you're going to get into. However, My thing is, the first time I saw it, I was just like, I love that this is completely different. I've never seen a show, at least like this, that has a dance number and has John Cena dancing like a robot.
That has
And
nothing
just
to do with dancing.
That has nothing to do with dancing. John Cena just doing crazy moves. However, after that, I was just like, once was enough. And I was like, I'm just going to skip it from here on out. I was like, I don't need this every time.
I love it every time.
It's a banger.
It's
I love
awesome. So the other thing is that like, so we've seen John Cena in quite a lot of things. I saw him last year in the newest Fast and Furious movie. That was the only thing he was in. He was okay.
However, he's great in those purple cow commercials, those insurance commercials. Amazing.
I saw him in that movie Blockers, where it's like that comedy where like the teens
Oh,
are,
he was the
having sex.
dad?
He was,
the
like,
cock
yeah.
blockers.
Yeah,
movie,
yeah. And he was like okay in that. This, I feel like him teamed up with James Gunn, because James Gunn really knows how to like use an actor's strengths. Like think of Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, John
fucking
Cena's
John Cena knocks it out of the
Dude,
park.
it's like
It's unreal how funny he is. Like the scene where he draws the eagle on the gun. he
he's
looks
like,
at,
I'm not
he
a
looks,
fucking artist.
He looks at the eagle and then looks back at his and goes, fuck. And I cracked up so hard. Like to the like I had to pause it. Like that's how hard I was laughing.
dude, like I cannot estimate or like just understate how good he is for this character, because you have John Cena, who is this big macho wrestling kind of dude. You have like the very Americana vibe about him, and you see all of this in Peacemaker. But I love that he's just like a big dumb himbo,
and he's a bit of a teddy bear.
Yeah,
he's a bit of a teddy bear.
My favorite moment was when they're at the Applebee's or wherever they're at, and he calls the chick sweet cheeks.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, "That's like calling them sugar tits," and he's like, "Whoa, hold on, sugar tits are small." And he's like, kind of like you, like he was like, he's very aware.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of Vigilante? Because from the trailer, I thought he'd be cringeworthy. And by the end of the third episode, I was like, I think this
He's
guy's
funny.
great.
Apparently, I was reading, I didn't read too deep in it, but apparently they shot 5 episodes and then they recast him. So I
really?
think they had to go back and reshoot some of his stuff, or at least revoice him, obviously, because they just need the mask.
Yeah.
But then I think then later they actually then recasted him.
Why they
But
recast him?
I really don't know. I literally just saw a headline that said that. I didn't read too much into
Oh,
it.
that sucks. I wonder why.
But no, I mean like
I hope I'm not endorsing a Predator or something right
no,
now.
no. Who we are
Who you're
seeing,
seeing
who
is
you're seeing
the
is the
recast.
final casting.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
recasting.
Well, obviously,
while they were shooting.
True.
they're not going to change him
But-
in episode 6 and not say anything.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he is great though. I do.
He's funny.
He's very expressive
Yeah.
in the suit, which I like because he has no face to work with. Facial muscle. I'm not crying. I'm just exercising. my face
Exercising
muscles.
his face muscles.
Dude, it's
I love the. Why do you keep making faces? Because this way you'll never be able to recognize me.
you can't pick me up out of a lineup if I'm constantly changing my face.
Can I keep this one? Oh, dude,
good.
This show did a magical thing where I was convinced going into it. I'm like, I'm not gonna like John Cena's character. I'm not gonna like speak. He's a bad guy in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, how? There's no way they're gonna win me back. And within that first episode, I'm like, God dang it, I love this dude.
Okay, so I like I said, John Cena. Like I agree with what AJ's saying right now. That like I wasn't expecting John Cena to be as
This
fucking
funny.
good as he
Yeah.
like. He's like an actual.
Legitimate
Like-
actor.
He has amazing timing. He has
Yeah.
amazing
Oh,
timing.
yeah.
He has incredible comedic timing.
Yeah.
And what's funny is the first scene that they shot. I was listening to an interview with John Cena last week. The very first scene they shot is the one in episode 1 where he's dancing in his underwear. And they did it on purpose so that John Cena would be able to just like let loose and just get comfortable. And he was like, so I'm meeting the whole crew for the first time. Me and James Gunn, we sit down. He was like, all right, so get in your underwear. He's like, what? He was like, yeah, no, the first scene we're doing is you dancing in your underwear. And he was like, and I feel like that just set the tone for the rest of the series for me to
nice.
just feel comfortable and just feel good was by having me stark naked, essentially, dancing in
super
front
smart.
of, yeah.